Curtis isn't sitting down yet.
It doesn't matter if Curtis is sitting down. We're starting. We're getting started. All right. So the Mokhul Empire, episode 69. We've got there. Nice. We got to the notorious number. So who's doing the catch up? You didn't really decide because didn't Curtis make notes? Yeah, it's gonna have to be you.
Curtis is the only one who ever takes notes, so. No, I mean, I'm definitely taking notes.
Last week. So, the party starts off by meeting with a bugbear named Rusk, I think his name was.
Chask.
From the Undertown. Chask. And he explains to him how they've been unfairly taxed by the Drow and it's been keeping them in the underground because now the Drow live above ground. Yeah, there was a lot of explaining that went on there. A lot of it not making sense.
Liam, just
he tries to task us with killing.
Did Curtis give the name of his dad in his backstory and he just forgot it, or did you make it up?
I made it up because he never gave it to me.
Okay, that's the less.
Yeah, I never gave it. Okay. Macro doesn't know his dad. Doesn't know his baby daddy. So the group's tasked with killing the Magister that's arriving at the town. Didn't really give a particularly good reason to why this particular guy needed killing, but then he was saying we could get to keep the shit if we did kill him. So Macro thought it was a good idea to just help out. As the group then attempts to rest in the gardens in the city, Chester Decker tells the obvious evil guy who he's talking to that we're actively against him and his Drow overlords, and then it just proceeds to turn into absolute chaos with some fanatics and then some Valkyrie showing up as well, and that was about it.
Well, Chester told the person who was obviously his master in the reality we come from, who is an Inquisitor in this reality, that we are from a different reality trying to take down the Overlord.
Correct.
Then the dude stabbed Chester, because of course he does, and someone like 5 cronies with crossbows, who quickly found out that the party is too high level to give a shit about crossbows.
Yeah, then they probably shat the bed and had to call in expert help because we'd spent all that time gloating and Liam decided he was going to wrap barbed wire around the baseball bat he was currently anally destroying.
But it took Liam like 4 turns to actually get the help going. Because we have 4 spellcasters and he just kept getting counterspelled.
That is indeed true. You kept counterspelling the sending spell despite everyone trying to use it.
And despite his bravado, he's now hiding behind a wall with some brown patches on his, I don't know, silky breeches.
Well, he's force caged because Laniros managed to force cage him.
And force cage is a bullshit spell.
Yes, just so you guys know, and I'm going to do it in public so you guys can see the roll.
Don't do it in public.
I have to, just because I don't want you to go, oh, Liam cheated. So I'm actually going to make a charisma saving throw right now. Okay, let's just say on the turn he was in there, his dimension door failed because he failed the charisma saving throw. That's his one use of dimension door. There you go. I've rolled it in public, so you don't go, oh, Liam dimension doored out. But yeah, I tried. He tried. It failed. All right, so we're going to begin today's session at the top of the initiative. That's why I left it where it was, starting with the Valkyrie Kara's turn. Roll music, I guess. Let's go.
TPK.
Are you cheering against us, Tom?
No, yes, I am.
Why? What's going on?
No, not really.
Alright, so Kara begins to cast, bringing her hands up. Radiant energy begins to drip forth from her fingertips as she begins to cast. It's golden light shining in a halo around her.
Hold on.
You still have counterspell? I thought we were past all of the counterspells.
I did go and check, and I do believe Alwyn and Laniros have used their reaction at the moment.
Oh, that's convenient. That's why I cut it off early.
I'm fine now. Let's have a look. My last action was a firebolt.
Ah, okay. I'm pretty sure I looked up and you said shield.
And now the Tower of Lies crumbles.
No, you see, I actually watched it on YouTube. I may have been watching the turn before.
Yeah, because I feel that Elseth, I have Firebolt and Elseth.
Okay.
Force fields,
I
dex
couldn't have
saves,
used
dex
my
saves.
reaction on anything because I was a T-Rex at the time,
All right.
and then I got taken out of T-Rex form.
Well,
so
there you go then. I believe you. Let me know if you're going to do anything about this spell.
Yep.
I'll cast
Oh,
it.
okay. Okay,
Oh.
then I'll...
Either or, I don't mind. I'll go.
I'll-
You go.
You go, it's fine.
All right. What level are you casting it at?
Just standard.
All right. Roll a charisma check.
Brilliant.
It fails.
How many spell points is level 3? 5.
Laneros, what about you?
So I still see the spell continuing to
Yep.
go off again. Yeah, I'll punch spell at level 4.
All right. Can you make a intelligence check then?
Mm-hmm. Balls.
It fails. That's the first
yeah.
time counter spells have failed. Like I'm like absolutely shocked. All right.
Well,
You don't
maybe
have
this
anything...
is
No,
the first-
hold on.
What you? Because this is the first time you haven't cast a spell that we're sending, and we actually had to roll high to counter spell.
I had Bardic Inspiration still, so...
I use Bardic Inspiration.
Yep.
Right.
Hey,
Then you counter
Sorry,
spell. You counter spell the heal spell.
Oh, that's a letdown. Heal.
Is it?
I thought it was like a massive destruction wave or something like that. Heal.
Let me check something. That's that. This Drow Inquisitor is still paralyzed, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Laneros, have you got a hold person spell on a hold monster spell, or one of you has, haven't you?
And not
Yeah.
her, I don't think, right?
Yeah. All right.
No, I don't remember. I don't think so. Not anymore, like we did, but...
She had like 2 crowd controls on her, but she kept shooting Lanero, so it can't
Oh.
be the whole person.
Yeah,
She's
it
slowed.
was a slow, yeah.
Yes, that was it. So she's still going to fire her bolt towards you, Laneros.
Honestly, this woman...
Looks like it's going to hit.
Well, I can't... She's gonna hit casual 21, that's
It's
fine.
not even a week of time still hasn't changed the fact that she can't miss. And thump, you're hit with a total of 17 damage.
Mm-hmm.
She might be beating her boss at DPS at this point, just because she had way more uptime than him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Naros is not looking great.
Alright, so Macra, your turn.
Which one's looking more battered now? Is it Segrun or Kara?
They both look equally bloodied.
Alright, I'll just keep battering. Which one looks flimsier and all overall? Which one looks like they've got less hit points?
I can't hear what you're saying, dude.
Which one looks like more flimsy in total? Like which one looks like they'd have less fortitude?
Kara.
Kara, alright, then start beating on Kara. And I've not loaded the character sheet. So load. Macro swings it twice anyway. Take next turn if you want.
Alright. Well, I'd like to know. But I guess we'll go to Alwyn.
Oh, that is.
Alright, that's one miss and one hit.
That would have messed recklessly as well.
You didn't say that when you attacked.
We already assumed it's always reckless.
Only 69 sessions of playing the Barbarian, Curtis.
You think he'd become like he just moves without seeing at this point, but no, apparently not.
Alright, Alwyn, your turn.
I am going to polymorph Chester
hey.
Into.
T-Rex.
It's always a T-Rex.
Yeah. And I am going to quicken a mold earth and bury myself alive.
Nice, okay. You just go sunk and just sink down into a...
They've added in the new book stat blocks for a whale. So in theory, you could now polymorph someone into a whale and drop them on someone.
Brilliant.
They have, yes, I've seen the stats, yeah. Alright, Elzef, you're up.
Yeah, I am up. I've taken a whole 7 damage in this encounter, so I'm looking quite battered, I would say. We've decided to kill Kara. I'm gonna just taser Kara.
Alright. You get advantage because of metal armor and you hit.
And I confirm 23 damage.
Alright, 23 damage.
And that's my turn. I basically have nothing left.
She grunts in pain as you immediately shock her. She turns towards you. And Chester, sir, it's your turn.
Yeah. Owen's in the ground, yeah?
Yeah, he seems to have buried himself using the mold earth cantrip.
Wing myself round here then.
You just hear vibrations above you, Owen.
Gonna get rid of
Get compressed.
Chester's character sheet and open up the T-Rex one quickly. And I'll give Kara a bite and Sigrun a tail.
Alright, let's see what they got.
Skadoosh.
The bite misses, and the tail hits.
Nice.
Yep, so you go towards Kara, and she brings up her halberd, shoves it in the mouth, and then just pushes the bite, and it goes wide, bites into the tree next to her. And then the tail whacks around, and she's too focused on Macra, and you just crack around the mask, breaking some of the porcelain and some of the diamonds embedded in the mask.
And then, do you say it equally look bloodied?
Yeah.
They're
But
synchronized.
overall, Kara looks more flimsy.
Igor is going to, although it's not called that anymore because he hasn't got Chester's help, he is going to blast off his last fusion heart.
Alright, who's that against?
Both of them.
It's a magical blade thing.
Alright, so that hits Kara.
Hang
And then
on.
the next one?
It won't let me cast it. Hang on.
Click the
That
repeat.
is. Yeah, it's not that. It keeps, because I'd accidentally marked off the spell, it keeps asking me to do it at level 6, so I've just had to redo it. There you go.
Yeah,
Oh,
in the
nice one.
Yeah, in the chat log, you can just click the repeat button below.
Yeah, for some reason it came back up straight away as level 6 again. They asked me to do it at level 6 because I've
I
marked
don't
it.
know then. Alright, and then Sigrun gets hit as well. Now place Eagle wherever you want him to be after that. Like, I think it's up to 30 feet, isn't it?
Up to 5.
5 within one of
perfect.
them.
He'll go next to Macra here. Good day to you, guys. And has he got any inspiration left? Oh, he does.
What's the range of that spell?
30
Oh, okay.
per jump.
Per jump, because you can probably get the other guy in as well.
Oh, where's the other dude?
Up here.
Keep shooting.
Oh yeah.
No,
okay.
you can't. He's still out. He's over 30 feet away.
Not if I. What if I go to Kara though?
Yeah, but you didn't. You went Kara and then the other one.
She's
Did I
still
actually-
still 35 foot out.
I don't think I did. Oh. Yeah, okay, in that case I won't worry about it. I'll end up there, that's all good. And then on rudimentary advice, Laniros again, because he's just used his.
Okay.
Just
Buff
kill
up.
the Inquisitor and send it.
Just firebolt him. Just get it over and done with. Okay, so is that the end of your turn, Chester?
Yeah, done it.
Alright, cool. So Laniros, you're up. Can I have, before we begin Laniros' turn, can I have everyone make perception checks?
No.
No.
What does my third eye
Yes,
see?
Owen, you wouldn't. Yeah, it's true, yeah.
Macros is nothing.
So, perception.
Passive 21.
You got passive of 21, yeah?
Hmm.
Okay, so you, Chester, where you are, you hear a voice calling out, muffled but nearby, definitely in Elvish, like a sort of Elvish tone. Laniros, you definitely hear someone scrabbling up the wall to your right, behind you. And then you turn and you see a grappling hook has landed silently on top of the walls.
Mm-hmm.
But it is your turn.
Tiny arms and raw.
No, yeah, forgot that you're T-Rex. Anyway, yeah, Laniros, it's your turn.
Yep. I will try and get this Inquisitor off my ass and firebolt him.
That's a nice hit.
And then move behind this rock so I have cover from it, hopefully.
Yeah, she's still alive, but barely holding on. You see part of the body is scorched, bleeding, One of her eyes seems to have melted out the socket.
Well, that's unfortunate for her, but good for us. That's my turn.
All right, I'm just doing some rolls, and then I'll be with you. All right, so Sigrun's turn. At the start of Sigrun's round, she stands from the one knee that she was kneeling on from being hurt by Makra, throws the maul to one side, and you hear her entire body click. From the tips of her wings to her fists, you see what looks like red lightning begin to crackle up and down. And then she crunches her two knuckles together, brings her hand up, and goes to grab Makra. Makra, can you make an athletics check?
Leave me alone, bitch.
You were born to do this.
This is something I was technically born to do. Right,
Yep.
I've got advantage because I'm raging.
Yep. Alright,
22.
so
Fuck, that is a gash roll.
she manages to... Well, as she grabs you, she turns and she punches your thigh. You topple, fall to the ground, and then she brings her fist up, leaps on top of you, and will use her bonus action to fly over. Just go... and goes full God of War on you while you're on the ground.
Oh yeah, you fucking made these when God of War just come out, didn't you? So you had a fucking great fetish for fucking QTE combos, didn't you?
I feel like Liam is always in a constant state of fetishizing God of War.
Am I?
Just fucking with it.
Weird enough, the first one misses. You manage to move your head at that time, and it smashes into the ground next to you, kicking up dirt, earth, and grass. And then the next two, she cracks you around the jaw, brings up a hand into like a clenched fist, and then slams it down in your chest. That's a total of 50 bludgeoning damage, half to 25.
Ow.
Alright. That random drow Inquisitor brings the crossbow up. And shoots at the T-Rex.
You've escaped. It's over.
Hits the T-Rex for a total of 13 damage. Alright, Kara. Begins casting a spell on Elzef.
I got nothing.
Alright. Is anyone? No, nothing? Okay, so can you make a wisdom saving throw?
I'd rather not. I guess I will. I'm gonna use Flash of Genius. That's +5. Wisdom. That's a 19 or a 20 if this is a spell.
It is a spell. It's DC 21.
Well, this just proves the Mantle of Spell Resistance is garbage. As I've been saying for a long time.
Right, so you have this effect.
I mean, that's basically what Elsif is gonna do now that she has those spell slots anyway, so...
Fair enough. But yeah, she's cursed you. Then, Makra, while laying there, Chester and Elzef sees a figure appear near the gates. She's partially, like, it's surprising because she's a partially dressed drow, as in, looks like she's recently just rushed to dress. She's hair is still wet. She's wearing a bathrobe.
Oh, you mean like she's just come out of the bath?
Yeah.
She was kind of like a magister, but only partially dressed.
Yeah. Kind of looks like a magister. She turns, looks towards the force cage, and I'm going to make a check first.
Can't dispel magic of Force Cage.
No, she doesn't touch it. She doesn't know what it is. So she turns towards Igor. And brings her hands up. And you see basically a bright stream of green poison burst forth from her palms. Can Igor make a con save?
Oh, yes, he can. Con.
Is this the their use of poison spray in a campaign?
Oh, what was that? So this green stream of energy strikes Igor and then he bursts into snow.
Oh! No!
Why
Sorry.
you
That was her turn. Right, Macro.
You evil bitch.
She killed the pure.
Is she within 10 feet of me? Oh, she is within 10 feet of me. Macro takes great offence of the destroying of the by far better Chesterdecker and smacks his Majesty's twice with a big fucking Kopash. 29.
You're prone on the floor with this
I'll
thing.
stand up first. Is she actively grappling me?
No, she knocks you over.
Okay, I'll just use half my movement, stand up, and then do that then. Recklessly.
Okay. And then you're going for this Majesty, yeah?
Yeah, I should be able to hit her from here because she's within 10 feet of me, isn't she?
Yep. Alright, let me look at her spells.
Oh, you know what? I bet them two have both got reach as well. Macro stands actually next to her.
Yeah,
And
they both
bet
have reach.
neither of them get attack of opportunities because I bet I'm still within reach of them.
Alright, so Macro, your first hit strikes her, but you realise as you strike her, it's like scraping your sword against stone.
Okie dokie.
Like her skin, you notice there's all these like slates and like bits of marble and stone all over it. So a total of 10 and 5. I'll make
Almost
some
like she gets resistance to slashing damage.
almost like her skin may be made of stone.
Okay. Do you get resistance to magical slashing damage with stone skin as well?
It just says resistant to slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing. Doesn't say. Right, so
does that mean she? Oh, so it says magical then as well.
yep. All right, so Laniros, with your passive perception, you see a hand appear to your right as another Inquisitor climbs on top of the wall, standing there. It doesn't see you there, and then begins to shoot down towards Macro.
Mm-hmm.
These are the actual mobs you would have been fighting if you'd went to assassinate her.
Are we just stuck on a spawn point? What is this?
Macro, the arrow
It's like one of them.
misses, pings into the corpse of the Valkyrie right behind you.
It's like in a raid when the trash respawns because you've been taking too long with the final encounter.
Yeah, let
the
me
Batman
let me
Arkham
explain.
games where you just in
No,
that
we
little
get
room.
by there.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Right, so Alwyn, it's your turn.
I convert some spell points,
Okay,
and then I will mold earth again and start tunneling.
cool.
I always knew he was a bender.
I do actually have all the elemental cantrips, so
Yeah.
I'm the avatar.
Amazing.
People are demanding vengeance for Igor.
I hoped that the chat would have some wrath.
Yep. Alright, so you've begun to burrow away, Owen.
Beloved character Igor. Okay, well, let's watch me do nothing. I have a +1 to
Well,
wisdom.
It's not your turn.
Oh, well, it's not my turn.
No.
How many more secret inquisitors? Okay, there we go.
Yeah, this one clambers over, stands here, moves over to here, shoots at the T-Rex.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Alright, so the T-Rex is hit once for a total of 17 damage.
Jesus.
The next Inquisitor climbs onto the wall here. Still hasn't seen Laniros hiding down there underneath the tree, because you're actually below the tree. The rock, sorry. They can't see you. So this one takes a shot at Elzef. Missing her. Ricochets off her armor twice. Yeah, and now it's Elzef's turn.
Rocket, you always end hostile effects on you. Is there an inspiration thing that ends a bad effect?
You could just choose to pass the saving throw.
Yeah, but I did have 3 inspiration. I had to get Chester back up.
It's 2, I think.
Well, legendary save is 3 inspiration.
I'm sure Liam said 2 before, and I've used 2 in the past.
Well, you're a dirty fucking cheater then, because it says 3 in the sheet.
Well, I take Liam's word over the sheet, because I've never looked at the sheet.
No, Leah's a known liar. I guess I just do nothing this turn. Let's see.
Yep.
Yep, I do nothing.
Alright, so this Inquisitor climbs across the tree, sits in it here, and then fires at the T-Rex.
Jesus.
You're hit twice, and you take a total of 22 damage.
Oh wait, I got 1 inspiration from the recap. Okay, next turn we're in business.
Yeah, you did. So Chester, it's actually your turn.
Right, bite Sigrun.
Alright, bite Siguru. Oh, that's exactly what you needed.
Nice. Tail Kara.
And that's a good hit as well.
And then Avenge Igor.
Then
Is that your item interaction or?
No, it's not. It's just like a tear rolls down his T-Rexy cheek. I remember
Right?
Igor's classic one-liners, like his new Eat Out to Help Out initiative and stuff like that.
you can resummon him. You know you can.
I mean, it's very expensive.
Oh yeah. Meanwhile, it is Lanieros's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna nop out of that and greatly invis myself.
Alright, cool.
So the slow ends, finally. On
Yeah, that-
one lone inquisitor up there.
You see him fall over where he was like moving so slow, and suddenly he pulls the string back and it snaps, and he's like, "Oh!"
Ah, shit. That's a shit. I'm just gonna go invisible and go in the corner here.
Alright.
And that's my turn.
Sigrun, seeing Makral begin attacking the Magister, turns her ire upon Elzeth.
Good, she's a true tank.
What's your AC?
It's 23.
As you stand there, confused as why you don't know anything, she grabs your shoulder, lifts you
No,
up,
it doesn't.
plus 5 to AC. What does that make it?
28.
Oh, right, so the first one hits, but the other two miss. Right, so she does pick you up, and then slam a fist into your gut, and then drop you for 25 bludgeoning. And then as she goes to swing at you, both your armor just takes the blows of the next two.
Well, good thing the next 2 hit. Because if I had taken 25 3 times, that would have put a dent in me.
Right, this Inquisitor, coughing blood, moves up towards the T-Rex and hurls something at the ground.
Oh, someone needs to put them down.
Can you make a dex save? No, it's not a dex save, it's just rolled a hit. It misses. Never mind, she throws some sort of green toxic bomb towards the feet of the T-Rex. However, it misses.
Oh.
Alright, so Kara, mostly our spells, moves here and swings towards Elzeth with her halberd.
Still 28 AC. Haven't had a turn yet.
Does the T-Rex get attack of opportunity?
Yes, I guess it does.
Come on, Todd, bite that bitch.
Let's go. Okay. Bite. Chomp!
Yes!
Nice. Yeah, you managed to take a chunk out of her shoulder, and she swings the halberd, and you duck beneath the first strike, and the second, you just narrowly dodge it as it scrapes across your armor, sending spikes up. She rolled a 27, damn it. Alright, the Magistrate will... let me look at her spell list.
Gonna go chomp on her in a minute.
I have a spell slot left. How are you guys doing?
Oh, I'm fine, mate.
Similar?
So, this is where failing that Arcana check earlier will ruin me, but she failed it. Can you make a dex save, Todd, as the T-Rex, as she casts Disintegrate at you?
Yes.
So you
Not
take
good.
79 force damage.
Fuck.
She could have cast it on Chad, but she just didn't understand.
What, you just thought there was an actual T-Rex there?
No, she was gonna, like, if I'd rolled an Arcana check, she would have seen a force field, like a force cage, and gone, what the hell is that? Oh, that must be an ally. But she rolled a 9, so she has no clue what that means. She's just saved the only Disintegrate she's got for the T-Rex.
Can you disintegrate a force cage?
Yep.
Oh.
Macro.
Macro is going to continue smacking the Magister up.
Alright.
And he's going to do so recklessly. And he's going to do so twice.
I feel like I feel like we're not doing focus fire anymore. I feel like at some point we've stopped focus firing.
Yeah, I did want to focus fire, but then I feel like this bitch is going to start casting some like quite nasty spells that require concentration. So if I keep on top of it,
Alright, yeah,
that
the
doesn't happen.
first one hits.
And then second one for 24, 17.
Yep. Let me see if inspiration, concentration goes down. Nope, she's keeping it up.
Bastard.
Anything else from you, Macro?
No, that is macro done and dusted.
Wait, Kara got bitten by the T-Rex. Did she make a concentration check for the spell on Elsa?
That's very true. Thank you very much.
A lot of concentration going on here. Requires a lot of concentration to keep on top of.
She just passed.
Ah, fuck me.
It was 45 damage, right? So she rolled 24.
I have this nightmare scenario in my head where we're popped off by one of those Inquisitors once we finish off the 2 Valkyrie.
Right, a crossbow bolt skitter past Macro as you're swinging and fighting. Oh, and it's your turn.
Just keep digging.
It's just like a swimming through earth underneath the battlefield.
Yeah,
I feel like 2 of our casters have already noped out of the fight.
I'll convert some more sorcery points as well.
Right, so the T-Rex pops from 2 arrows, 2 bolts,
Oh shit.
and you fall to the ground, and then the other one here on this side fires towards Macra.
Macro.
Hits Macra for 6 piercing and 4 poison, so it's a total of 10. And 1 arrow. Or bolt.
6 piercing. If you half 6 piercing.
Yeah, I've already halved it, it was 12.
Right, so 10 damage total, yeah.
And then we're over to Elsa.
At 3rd health.
How battered do the Valkyries look at this point?
Oh, real bad.
Yeah,
Kara
okay.
looks-
So I spent 3 inspiration to not be fucked anymore.
Okay,
Let's
yeah.
do that first. Was that at the end of my turn or at the start of my
It's the
turn?
start of your turn, you roll.
Okay, wonderful.
Finish it.
Which one looks more fucked?
Kara.
Okay, well we're gonna... I don't have anything else, I'm just gonna cantrip her. Oh no, that doesn't hit.
No, that doesn't.
At all.
That's 3 inspiration wasted. Can I have my money back? And my turn.
Nice. So this drow runs up to Chester and then looks confused for a moment, literally stops and goes, Master Chester, what are you doing here? And spends her turn deliberating, like, kind of looks at you, like right next to you, and goes, get up, let's get you out of here, and begins to drag you away.
Oh, Chester, play this right. Play this right.
I'm considering whether I want to do this fairly and whether I want to roll an intelligence check as to whether he's going to actually fuck this up or not.
Do you let her drag you the 5 feet she's got?
Let's have a look. Does he? Oh, he does!
Yeah, okay, yeah, alright.
Heal me, good man.
Alright, so it's female.
And then-
She nods and goes, she says, I only have scrolls of sending.
Send for a healer.
Well, get the entourage together. These 2 absolute crazy forms. For some reason, the only word I can think of, and therefore he can think of, is the word fornicator.
But it is your turn, so...
These 2 absolute hideous fornicators attacked us. Finish them.
Alright, so it's your turn, so...
Yeah, I'm also gonna. I'm gonna pop a 5 charges the staff of healing as well.
Nice.
For a fountain of turbulent juice. For
Oh.
God's sake.
So who are you healing with that?
1. Me. Alzef. 3. Over here.
Oh, Galzef.
What do you mean fuck Elsef? Don't fuck Elsef.
I won't be able to see Owen, will I?
The spell doesn't say you have to see them.
In that case, it doesn't matter anyway, because I can get everyone. So everyone can have it.
It's true.
Yeah.
14 hit points.
Everyone have 40 measly hit points. Turn your crossbows on them!
Alright, so first thing happens is the drow looks at you, confused, as you heal all of the obvious enemies. And just... That's... Because she's already had her turn. She just turns back, gasps. Liniros, it's your turn.
Yeah, it's a bit of a gamble, isn't it?
I feel like this should be worth 2 level ups.
So Kara's still looking quite bad, right?
Oh, yeah, she's looking really bad. Bleeding from multiple wounds. The wings all tattered, torn, broken.
Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll move over here.
Don't down her on your turn, we won't have anyone to finish her.
Yeah, that's okay.
A little bit of
Okay, I
knowledge there by Arno.
I don't think she's gonna go down with that anyway, but I'll move over here. Yeah, actually I'll move over here afterwards. And what I'll do is I'll ready a firebolt at her for the moment she goes down.
Okay. Is that your turn?
It is.
Alright, so Sigrun stands back, brings her hand back with his red lightning and goes to punch Elzef in the back.
She still has 20... No, she doesn't. She's a 23 AC.
Alright, so no reaction from you yet.
How often do you want me to cast shield?
That's fine. You're hit for 25 bludgeoning and then the second punch misses.
Jesus Christ.
And this Drow Inquisitor up here, you know the one that had been shooting at Liniros continuously throughout the battle, uses her action to shout, "That's not the real Master Chester! That's the one that's imprisoned Jatnia! It's a copy!" And the others all just turn towards this Chester.
Clear lies, clear slander.
That's what happens when you ignore the add mechanic.
Does Chester have a moment to speak now, or do I have to wait until
I'll let
it's
you retort with one sentence.
Could it be a complex sentence with various punctuation?
No.
Okay, here goes the thing. Hang on.
got?
Lies, falsehood. He will be court-martialed and punished deeply. Protect my entourage. There was a comma there, not a full stop.
All right.
And
Okay.
destroy the
You
clear.
can make it a semicolon. I think a semicolon would work.
Right. So,
Exclamation.
Chester, make me a deception check.
Yeah, I will. Chester. What is my deception? There it is. Plus 15. Nice. Hey!
Cool. Right. So you're just like, you basically convinced all these Drow Inquisitors. And then the moment you say that, you all see the end of a halberd go right through Chester's back. He's lifted up and then shoved to the ground as Kara downs you to 0.
Ouch. That was not in the Skellington's rulebook.
And then she rips it free and you see Chester's on the floor. She spins the halberd round and swings towards Elzef with it.
I'd rather she didn't.
Critically strikes you, but I rolled minimum damage on all of the rolls, for fuck's sake. So you take a total of 9 slashing and 9 radiant, so a total of 18 damage.
I'm just a lucky boy.
Yeah, I rolled like minimums on both those rolls. Right, the Magistrate. Face to face with Macra.
Could have just focused the Valkyries.
She casts Misty Step with her first action.
Trying to stop her magic abilities, it's just not working very well.
She Misty Steps
What did you want me to do? Sorry.
first action over to the temple entrance away from Macra.
So, attack of opportunes a time.
No, she Misty Stepped.
That's bullshit.
And then we'll cast Eldritch Blast towards Elzef. 2 miss, but 1 crits you for 17 force.
Jesus Christ. 17. That's nothing.
Alright, Macro, it's your turn.
I can't see where she's missed a step to, can I?
You can see her, yeah, by the entrance, yeah.
Is she running distant? No, I'll just fucking focus Kara. I'm being silly. Is Kara within range there? No, she's not. She is now, though. And then I batter Kara. Bring it down on it twice recklessly. For a 12, 31, 12, 31.
First things first. Your first attack hits her clean in the stomach, basically bends her, folds her in two with a blow, and then you slam her down to the ground. Are you going to use the second attack on her while she's on the ground?
Would it be 2 saving throws?
You think it would be?
Or she dead?
Kara's gone down, you said, right?
Yep. No, yep, that's
So you don't get a chance. So do I not get a chance to see whether like another one's going to be death saves or not? Does she look revivable from this?
You have to do it anyway because
I'm
you need
asking
3
you, are
death
you
saves
gonna
and every hit is just 2 maximum.
Well, I feel like it's because if it was the other way around and it was like an NPC going for an NPC would know whether a PC was an NPC knows a PC takes death saves, so it definitely would go for the second attack.
Curtis,
I was just asking whether whether she gets death saves. I mean, assume that she does. And just go
death saves to die. The firebolt is 2 maximum. She's not dead, Curtis. Finish her.
I didn't know if she got saving throws at all now. I thought she was just done. Right, yeah, I'm hitting her again.
Right, yeah, you can't
The
head
second one hits her.
Yeah, you slide straight for a neck, can't head up.
Probably dead now. Fuck you, Kara, you little bitch. And then I'll step up here and go into Sigrun's face.
You've seen this mechanic more often than me.
I didn't know how many times it happened. I didn't realise it was I thought it was just a one and done thing.
Alright, so a bolt whizzes past you, and Macro, you bring up the Kopesh and it shatters against the blade, but then the next one hits you in the thigh for a total of 9 damage.
Was that me tip for 9, sorry?
Yeah, you took 9, I've halved it for you already. So, Alwyn, you're up.
Yeah.
Sensing that my concentration dropped, I quicken mold earth to remove the lid of my little tunnel.
Yeah, the Magister just sees this. He just goes, huh?
My head pops out, sees that Chester's down, and then polymorphs Elspeth into a T-Rex.
I get to be the T-Rex.
And then he just ducks back down into his little foxhole.
And when the world needed him most, he vanished.
I think the most question about this thing is I still have healing items. I could have gotten Chester back up.
Alright, so the T-Rex is there.
Boy, finally I get to use the T-Rex token.
Nice work, Alwyn. The little head pop, I like that. Little mole on down. When the world needed it most, vanished. So
That's why the Avatar was never an earthbender in the show.
Exactly.
The Drow and Quiz, both of these are like, huh? And the Magister says, get that! Whoever that is, get that! And they begin moving over to here. And
Piss off.
they look confused, and one of them just takes a shot into the earth.
Pussies.
And at that
If
moment,
it looks like it's going to hit me, I'll shield.
yeah, it does. One, you do see, feel like they're shooting in if you wanted to activate shield. And that gives you the AC of
22.
Alright, so the first one, you see it spark against the shield underneath. And the next one, you feel this sharp pain across your calf. You take a total of 15 damage.
Thank God for that 14 healing earlier.
That was their attacks, both of them. Elzef, T-Rex. Can you make con saves, actually?
Oh.
It's unfailable.
Unfailable. Okay.
Okay, T-Rex bites big lady.
Alright, cool.
Nope.
It's a miss.
Elspeth is the worst T-Rex. But she had the least practice out, and then Tails, the Inquisitor, that's probably gonna finish Chester. Oh!
Knocked her cleaner out, she goes fucking flying, into this tree over here, smacks the ground, anime style, slides down it, and she goes, coughs up a load of blood.
Can I protectively step over Chester?
Sure.
Like a mother hen.
Like someone who still needs to get paid? End my turn.
Alright, so that Drow Inquisitor you struck while on the ground loads the crossbow bolt, poof, fires up. You're hit twice with 2 bolts for a total of 11 plus 50, 26 damage. And Chester,
damage to me.
Chester,
Yeah.
if you have, I would like to remind you before you roll a death save, if you have free inspiration, you can spend them now.
I currently only have 1, and I did just had a look at that for the first time I remembered, but I don't have enough. Right, I'm going to send my death save to you.
Alright.
Good bloop.
Alright. You note that down. And Luniros, it's your turn.
Yes. So. Yeah. Have a look. I will dash over here.
Alright. You are invisible still, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I did that fucking turbulent juice.
Oh, it's the top of the round. Luniros. You actually you don't know him, but somebody's walking into this as well, running with an axe in hand, and he stops and looks, and he just says, "Shit, Task sent me."
Oh, it's a champion.
It is the under champion.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He looks confused, but it is your turn, Luniros. You can keep going.
Oh no, that was it. I dashed.
Alright, cool.
It's our boy, he's back again. We've only ruined his life once, let's go again.
Alright, Sigrun sees the newcomer, but punches towards the T-Rex and then Macro.
Yeah, well, bit.
So the T-Rex takes 25 bludgeoning damage as it's clocked in the jaw, teeth flying, and then turns around and elbows Macro clean in the face for a total of 13 bludgeoning.
Okie dokie. I'll reduce my AC and recklessly clap the back.
Alright.
$27
That's a hit.
and 19.
Yep. That Drow Inquisitor with 8 health fucking just won't die. Takes a shot towards the T-Rex. Oh my god, not a double crit.
Oh my god.
It's a 12, not much, 12 plus 12. So 24 damage.
Elspeth is the worst T-Rex.
The magistrate sees this newcomer, looks around, and hisses, "Traitors! Balan will know about this! In the Undertown, you'll be buried! Buried beneath all this stone, buried beneath your treachery!" And she begins to cast a spell. Alright, cool. She disappears. Just woof, whooshes off. Macross, your turn.
Macross, cell belt, Sigrun twice. Recklessly.
This is at Sigrun.
Yeah, 27 for 10, 30 for 22.
That's the 2 solid hits. She's still going though. Blood, this like glittering star-like blood pouring forth from the wounds that you're giving her. But she ain't stopping.
No, you fucker!
Alright. This guy takes a shot at the T-Rex. Hits the T-Rex for 19 damage. The one on that was the one on the wall in the south. Now it's Allwyn's turn.
He buries himself.
You're just gonna keep burying. You going deeper or along?
He just puts like the kind of lid back on, so to speak, just covers himself back over in earth.
He's like fucking Bugs Bunny.
Yep, nice. Right, okay. This Drow Inquisitor sees you go under, totally like turns around and just sees the big T-Rex. And now that the Magister's gone, disengages from the T-Rex. Runs over to here. This one on the wall to the south fires at the T-Rex. Hits the T-Rex for 17 damage. These guys have really load of hits, +6, yet they're still just getting loads of hits.
Well, the T-Rex has what, like that?
Yeah, I know. But it just kept hitting Laneros no matter what. It was just like, what the fuck? Alright, so Elzef, you're up.
T-Rex moves here, bites big lady. Come on, T-Rex. Oh no.
You're never getting the T-Rex again, are you?
Tails Inquisitor. Oh my god. It's awful.
I'm afraid they are both misses.
Yeah, I end my turn. This is an awful T-Rex experience.
I'd like to say that one Inquisitor here has lasted since the beginning. He's just fucking invulnerable.
People are just ignoring the ads completely.
Right,
Yeah,
so this
the damage meters.
Well, if people are ignoring that, Mr. Oh, something new and entered the combat. Let me hit that first.
okay. So what you all recognise, most of you recognise as the champion Darioso, runs in and says, "Get the fuck out!" and just begins screaming his head off like unintelligible words. Says, "Get the fuck out of this temple!" and then double crits Sigurun.
Oh boy, look at him go.
Yeah.
Oh. So he's useful again now.
19.
Pants before.
Well, this version of him had to fight like a drow uprising, so he might be even more beefy.
Yeah, you'd hope he was a bit more of a badass this time.
Alright. And you notice that Sigurun goes down, but then she stands up, blood covering her entire body. I will roll her relentless endurance. She's still alive. That's Darioso's turn. This Drow Inquisitor seems to know who Darioso is, disengages from the T-Rex. Like, you see fear in its eyes. And then Chester.
So the T-Rex was fine, but fucking Darioso with his tiny little sword.
Sword, he's got a battle axe, but yeah.
Oh, he doesn't have the Seabane sword.
He doesn't have the Seedbane sword. Totally different Darioso. Alright, Chester, if you note that down.
Yep, done.
Alright, Laneros, your turn.
Yeah, how bad is Sigrun looking?
Real bad. Like, if out of 1 and 4, out of about a range of 1 to 420, about 1.
Okay. I'll do the same. Ready to fire.
Well, she's just recovered her experience.
Yeah, you notice that she should have, like, that last blow that Darioso gave her to the back of the head should have taken her down, but she's just not going down.
Okay. Well, I could maybe at some point do something about that, but not today because I'm done. So I'll ready a firebolt when she goes down.
Okay.
Actually, no. I don't know if you allow this, but can I ready a firebolt for the start of my next turn?
You could send it off, like, not the start, but, you know, the end of the turn beforehand. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So at the end of Chester's next turn, I want to firebolt.
Alright, so Sigurun grabs the top of the Tyrannosaurus Rex's head and then knees you in the jaw, which pops you out of the T-Rex form.
So much for the T-Rex, yeah. Also standing like right on top of Chester, just dropped on him.
And then she brings forward with a front kick straight to your face for 25 bludgeoning damage.
Against my AC of 23.
Yep.
Damn it. What? How much damage?
25.
Oh, this is all not looking great. Math.
The Drow Inquisitor that had been shooting towards Laneros aims at where he thinks Alwyn is, fires, and a bolt just goes right next to your face. Alwyn, missing you. Technically firing blinded, so it's half ice disadvantage. Missing you. So, Macro, is your turn.
Macro continues to make sure this bitch actually does. So Darius is screaming at us to get out of the temple directly.
Yeah, he's just screaming at the top of his lungs, then he goes unintelligible as he begins to rage.
So was he looking at one of us in particular in the eyes, or was he just shouting it to everyone?
He seems to be shouting to everyone.
Oh, okay, I'll just continue making sure this bitch is dead now. 31.
Give me a second.
For 18.
Yep.
I don't think the damage should matter. The
Yep,
bitch should just be down.
You stab her clean through the chest where her heart should be, rip it out. She's still fighting.
Fucking go down, bitch! And again, recklessly. Crit!
Oh.
Fucking stay dead, bitch! 32
No.
for...
What the fuck is wrong with this woman?
You uppercut, you like slice up, cut off one of her arms. She still keeps going.
This fucking...
Battle.
No,
I've never
man,
had such a disappointing crit in my life.
I mean, you
I am
went
a
through
turn
this.
begrudgingly.
You all went through this in Void Heart, like, right?
No,
Is
don't
that the-
crit like that, though.
I mean, you crit, she crit.
Yeah, no, that's the annoying thing. I'd have kicked off more if she didn't crit her fucking save.
Well, you know, as a barbarian, that the save gets even more difficult as it goes on.
Hmm.
You have the same thing, right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like 2 crossbow bolts miss Macro, and then we're down to Alwyn.
Sensing that my concentration has dropped, I use my final 2 sorcery points to quicken a mold earth to remove the lid,
Fuck's sake.
and my final spell to polymorph myself into a T-Rex.
This is...
And they say T-Rexes are extinct.
And that is me out of literally everything.
I still have a final
Welcome
sleeve.
to half an hour ago.
I still have a final card up my sleeve.
Alright, so this Drow Inquisitor uses its spider climb natural ability to get to the top of the wall, stands on top of the wall, takes a shot at the T-Rex. Actually misses the T-Rex.
This hasn't happened before, what?
I know, right? This one on the wall to the south takes a shot at Macro. Botches, the crossbow falls out of his hand into the tree and it looks down at it. Nopes out. Climbs over back down the side of the wall. Elzef, your turn.
Elsa takes out a surgical glove and takes some ointment and smears it up Chester's butt.
Oh my god. Okay.
That's 2d8 plus 2 if he's not dead yet.
He's not dead.
2d8 plus 2. Shall I roll them?
Yes,
Sure.
you do that.
I think you should with the way Adrian's been rolling tonight.
Yeah, fuck me. I'm a horrible T-Rex. Can't save wisdom for my life.
What the fuck, Dario? So he crit again.
This is a way better Dario, so can you join our pirate crew?
Alright, still survives though.
Oh, we're getting the boys back together! All the pirates aren't dead in this universe. Well, no, some won't be.
So Todd is back up on...
We can't get them killed in 2 universes.
Yep, 9 health.
brothers.
Can't we?
Oh, we could probably. Can't or won't.
Alright, so the T-Rex takes 13 damage from a crossbow bolt and then 15 damage from a crossbow bolt.
See, this is focus fire. There's a big thing, and they're all hitting it, and it goes down faster.
Can you make... Oh, you can't fail them, can you?
No.
Chester, Deco, I'm assuming you stand up.
Yeah. And he's going to see the snowy corpse of his once truest and oldest friend from last week. And he's going to cast that thing's part raptor on himself.
Fuck! Okay.
Yeah.
Let me drag the T-Rex out for you. Fuck this.
Thank you.
Why are you laughing at me, Tom?
I just can't swallow the T-Rexes. There's been like, what, 7 T-Rexes throughout this
I
one?
know!
And I am going to... I'm guessing Sigrun is pretty awful at the moment, and I could probably go elsewhere and leave it to Makra.
But
No.
once you've cast...
No, put the bitch down!
No, once you've cast the spell, you don't get to use your action.
Yeah, that's cool.
You need to change it back to not whisper me, by the way.
Yeah, I've just changed it. sorry, my bad. I will stand there and look heroic with Olwyn. Backstreet's back.
Nice. Alright, so make your attack roll, Leniros.
Yep.
Can we just at some point add like a fantasy creature, like that actual high fantasy creature as a T-Rex replacement?
Well, we could.
I'm so far removed from high fantasy, I can't even.
Anyway, but it is Leniros' turn right now. As you fire the bolt, it misses her. And you see she's missing her left arm. She's really just fucked.
Yeah. I'll move over here and do the same thing again. Miss again. Fuck
Yeah. There's a... Oh, that's bad luck.
That's a 1, 2, and then 2 5s. So that's good. Oh, it's my turn.
Yep. Alright, so Sigrun lashes out with the one hand, brings elbow round, cracks Macra for 13.
For 13.
Yep, 13 bludgeoning. Anything you'd like to do?
Yeah, go on. I'll smack the bitch back. Use my reaction to do so.
That's a miss.
19 for 17.
That's a miss, I'm afraid. And then she turns around and thwacks the newly summoned Tyrannosaurus Rex that is Chester for a total of 25.
Ouch.
And then you need to make a con save.
How dare you? Does the T-Rex make it, or do I make it?
T-Rex.
Saving throws. Con. Boom.
Yep, you pass.
Thank you. And how much damage did I take, sorry?
25.
Cool.
Alright, so that one drowned Quizzle that survived the entire fight disengages.
Yeah, he's tired of it.
And then, stands at the bottom of the wall looking up at his allies that are leaning in on the wall firing in. And she's kind of debating, running. You can see it. And then we're on Macra.
Macro will finally try to end this fucker recklessly. 30 for 16.
One moment.
Die, you bitch.
Let me check. DC 30 at the moment.
Fuck's a con modifier.
She's a thick lass.
How do you kill her?
Oh,
She rolled 2 less.
Up that begrudgingly.
Kill her with a level.
He's that limp-dicked, I think, at this point. It just, tries to hit her in the leg, it bounces off something and just catches her into the jaw. I was like, okay. I'll fuck for that.
Yeah, and as it flies off, the jaw flies off, splatters Darioso with blood. She kind of stumbles back and then falls into the pond. Just floats on top of it.
Macro spits on top of it. Is there anyone else I can hit with my second attack nearby? Can I see this guy to the right over here? He's not working with it now, though.
There's her corpse.
Oh yeah, I'll put another one in a corpse, just make sure.
this one?
Roll a hit.
$29.
And as you bring up the Kopesh and stab into her chest, you hear, ah! She's not dead.
Well, the bitch was pretending.
No, she's got death saves.
Kill her now.
Howling go bitey.
Watch this guy, shoot a stim pack bloody crossbow or something.
Alright, so Alwyn, your T-Rex is hit with 2 bolts for a total of 32 damage.
Okay.
But it is your turn.
Does Owen have to take con save as well?
Yeah, but he's got such high con that it doesn't matter.
That is actually sick.
So, T-Rex then. Who's the one that has death saves? Sigrun, was it?
Yeah, Sigrun.
Then, by Sigrun.
Yep, you reach down, you pick her up, Jurassic Park style, and thrash until she's nothing. She's just eviscerated meat.
Good.
Yep.
Can I move and do the tail part of the attack?
You can't move and do the tail part, no.
Oh, that's disappointing.
It is.
Okay.
Thank you.
No, because as you make the bite attack, you can make the tail attack against another target that is behind you.
Okay.
Yeah. You can move, though, if you want.
Mike, consider it's the
yeah,
69th
might as well.
episode. We need a big set of tits on you for the lusty Argonian maiden.
I can't imagine anything more horrifying.
Bigger lizard titties.
Alright, so a hail of crossbow bolts come at you, Mr. T-Rex or Win.
Okay.
Six. 62 damage in total.
That's a lot.
Yep, from this hail of crossbow bolts in front of you.
Are they with disadvantage and strength?
They are, so I got 19, 20, 22, 14.
Rude.
Alright. Indeed.
Alright, then it's Elsif's turn.
Well, seeing how we are now in the winning stage of the combat, Elsif is gonna use the last spell slot to take out a little mortar and just fireball these fuckers on the wall.
Oh, nice. Is that a fireball, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. We
For
got
34.
we got one pass, but the rest fail.
Then Elsif just kinda skedaddles behind the T-Rex. And turn, and that's me out of spell slot.
Oh, you killed that one drow!
Fucking finally, Lanira's avenged.
Alright, so Darioso moves away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Stands here. And then just seems to glare up at the one on the wall. We'll make a dash to here. That Drow Inquisitor that was just fireballed goes for Allwyn's Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh no, wait, he's already had his attacks. So Chester, it's your turn.
Can I, as long as I don't end my go on Olwyn's space, I can attack those two, yeah, is that correct?
You could, yeah.
Cool, yeah, I'll do that. Let's go and smite these guys. Prepare for trouble and make it double.
You could do it just by standing below.
Right, well,
Never mind. So 16 for one, which kills it. That's the exact amount of health it has.
yeah.
And then 20 on the other.
Raw. No, dip down here just to kind of like pack him in.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, Rocket. What the hell? The busty T-Rex.
that is awful. Just looks like a confused Zerxel, that's all it does.
So like Zerxel. Or is this what good Zerxel looks like?
I like the R and S fade in and out of the boobs.
Yeah. Alright, so Laniros, you're up.
Yeah, what a mess, huh?
Indeed.
Move over here and fireball the one that's on the wall a little bit further to the south. Not the one like all the way on the south wall, but
Yep.
that one. What the?
Oh, I'm
I'll just
sorry,
go.
dude. Yeah, that's a miss.
Yeah, and then I'll move a bit so that I'm not in the same spots where I fireballed from.
Yep. Alright, Macro.
Macra. Is it? Which ones are actually within smacking reach? 'Cause
None
I'm
of them.
just going to struggle at that one that the fucking T-Rexes are currently gangbanging.
They're all up in the air. They're all on the wall.
That is the issue. Alright, I guess he'll run up here and then he will use his free item interaction to draw a... What the fuck are they called? A javelin. That's the word I was looking for. Oh, he'll get the bullet torpedo. He's not used that even once yet, and he'll throw that fucker. Have some of that.
Alright.
Oosh! 28 for 9.
Hits clean in the stomach, knocks her off the wall.
When Wilhelm screams as she falls off, and then that's the end of my go, because I can't really do anything else.
Takes. So it takes 10 falling damage. Alright. Retreats. Owen, your turn.
It's only the one near me now. Did I not
Yep.
get any opportunity attacks?
They all died.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, fireballed and then nommed by Chester's T-Rex.
So I thought they were the retreating ones. I'll bite that one there.
That's a miss, I'm afraid.
Of course it is.
Where's that leathery bitch that tried to tip the scales? I lost her.
What are you
Just
talking
as-
about?
Don't worry.
Alright, so the
She
one...
left a long time ago.
Yeah, she teleported out.
I wiped it out, thanks.
The drow that you are currently fighting, Alwyn, takes a shot towards you and it misses completely, and then one good hit strikes you for 16 damage.
Pop.
Rude.
Goes
Oh,
the
that's so close. I'm literally on 1 HP.
Fuck. This Inquisitor runs across the top of the wall. When you see Darioso is following her from the other side, and then she leaps off onto the ground, and he runs off chasing her. Elza.
This one's still like visible, right?
Yep. Yep.
And
that
this
still
one's
there.
skedaddled.
Yeah, currently running.
I mean, I can't see over the wall, so I'm just gonna shoot this one. Whiff! And this is a campaign first, a firebolt! 16 probably misses, right? I use my reaction to add +2 with my last Divinus dice.
Okay,
That's an 18
that's a hit.
for 29.
She's still going.
Jesus, this woman. I end my turn.
All right, so Chester.
Just here. I'm going to go after that Inquisitor with a fresh bite. Gonna get slobbery.
All right.
Hey.
The T-Rexes have not been performing today.
They have not.
I mean, they've carried this entire encounter just by tanking all the bolts.
You could say they've got reptile dysfunction.
You couldn't.
That's worth an inspiration, surely.
However, as you go to bite her, she dodges out the way. Would have been a good hit. Sorry, dude. It's Lineros' turn.
Keep going what I was doing. Hopefully it will work at some point today. There we go.
And you kill her. You hit her so hard with a firebolt, she does Wilhelm scream off. Tumbles down the cliffside next to Widow's Hold, bashing against every stalactite and stalagmite until she reaches the bottom. She's an eviscerated pile of meat split to multiple parts that falls into the undertown down in below that Chesk told you not to go to. And you can just imagine a dozen troglodytes now fighting over the chunks of her meat as it splashes into the swamp below.
Tasty.
That
Right.
was a lovely, flavourful piece.
Thank you, thank you. That is combat over, and we're going to have a break here so that these players can do their levels up. And then we will be right back.
And take a piss. God, I'm bursting. I want Curtis to elaborate on this. What the fuck did you think a mind shield was and would do to him?
We're back.
It was a shield he created with his mind, okay?
Right, yes. Okay, so at this current moment, all of you breathing deep, wounds hurting, your body's aching. You'll hear a kind of drow scream beyond the walls and a sickening funk sound, and then moments later, the Darioso from this world appears, looks at you all and says, "Jask sent me once we started hearing fighting. This one seems less elegant, if you could even get less elegant than your Darioso. He just seems to pause and look around, get confused, and then the intelligence in his eyes lights up again as he looks at you all. I've been sent here to get you back to the palace."
Master Darioso, where's the Seabane sword?
The what now? Who are you?
I see, this version of Master Darioso has not obtained the Seabane.
I'm the under champion.
Yes, Master Darioso.
Yeah.
I assume that is an achievement.
Uh-huh.
At this point, Chester's going to turn back, like literally covered head to toe in blood. Yes! Fucking yes! You fucking prick! And he's going to run over here. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Oh, you were fucking smart, weren't you? Summoned your 3 fucking winged fucking bitches. Look at us fucking now! I'm pumped. Let's go. I'm fucking pumped. Who's next?
You can't. So you're shouting, and you just hear a muffled voice from inside. Say, "Chester, it's beneath you to do that, and you know it."
Just gonna fucking windmill him.
Well,
Let's fucking go.
you can't. He's behind a force field.
It works both ways. You can't.
He can see, can't he?
Yeah, he can.
No, the ice was closed, so he's just stuck in like an actual box.
It does say at the start it's invisible, but
Yeah. Chester's gonna just start running around and start picking through shit and kicking Valkyries. Yeah! Fuck yes!
Master Decker, how do you do it that you just completely mess things up and they always turn out far better than the odds would suspect?
Darioso interjects here. You're all pretty hurt. It doesn't look like it turned out okay. Now, if you stop pussyfooting around, we need to get back to the palace before more reinforcements come and finish you off.
Let them fucking come, let's go.
Alright.
Oh, we need to deal with this, surely.
What? Deal with what?
I'll come have a look, and I'll walk around the wall.
Well, they do that. Makra and Elsa loot. I'm sure Curtis wants to loot as well.
Alright.
Curtis not so much. Macro very much so.
I need investigation checks.
Collapsed on the floor.
Yep, I need investigation checks if you're actually looting.
I'm using
Right,
height for this.
Yes.
So that's a plus d4. Oh my god, I have 14. I never used
I
guidance.
assist, you're alright. It's 24.
I was gonna say, as I'm walking around, look, no, over there.
just a pair of us assisting. Double assistance.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe come back there and do it for you.
We can't skip this loot. The last time I got a breastplate plus 3. This is very important to me.
Yeah, actually, do you mind if we just finish that and I'll go and help with the force cage is not going anywhere. It's got 58 minutes left on it or something, so I'll go and have a look to see if there's anything that they're missing as well, or just speed the process up. Well, apparently I'm not having a good day. I mean, actually, no,
Yeah, I
never
find,
mind.
a packet of Chewits or something in their pockets.
I'm typing it out.
We just completely missed their glowing weapons.
Yeah.
I actually kind of want the packet of Chewits.
I was about to say, half a packet of Chewits and a 50p piece.
I can't believe Darius is still a champion, except you've added under to his name.
he's the arena champion down here. There you go. There's the loot. The ones that you found anyway.
Breastplate +2, 2 times. That's worse than what I have. A shield +2. Halberd +2. Belt of Dwarven kind. Mysterious key. Well, that's nothing I need. But I
Alright.
can. I'm gonna take the shield +2. That means I free up one infusion slot.
Alright, cool.
Nice.
You pick it up. It's huge at first, like this massive round Viking shield, and then as you pick it up, it slowly over the period of a minute shrinks.
Belt of Dwarven kind.
Yeah, I could take the belt. I have an achievement slot open.
What's a belt of Dwarven kind? Where is it?
It gives you +2 con up to 20 and some other things.
Jaws embraces the defense instead, and I'll swap you. Is it only up to 20?
Yep. So that's why I thought it probably wouldn't be good for you.
I'm gonna nick this Sword of
22
Sending
con, so
because
actually
I'm the only one who doesn't have long-range communications.
Give me that there shiny, mysterious key that I can forget about.
Let's just give that to Todd.
I haven't used one.
It's powdered diamond, Todd, so we can split it up. I can take enough for Revivify, and you can have the rest.
Cool, sounds good.
So I'm just gonna
identify the key.
take 300 GP away from it, so we have 1,700.
Take 10 minutes. If Darius doesn't seem like we need to get out of here in 10 minutes, it is.
No. Give me a second though.
Alright, time will not work.
Turns out Liam's the idiot who forgets to put the items in handouts, as always.
Oh, the
Okay.
diamond-crusted mask on the mysterious key. Do they have
The
handouts?
mysterious key.
I think Macro grabs the breastplate and goes, might start wearing this soon, actually.
Okay, so does anyone object to me taking the belt?
Nope.
I'm going to send this to you.
Doesn't it make you grow a beard? Or is that just in previous?
Yeah, you do 50% chance at dawn to grow a full beard if you're capable of one.
Oh, but you're an elf, so...
Well, yeah, not even just general elf as well. So I guess that.
What is the
doesn't
rule
happen.
on elves growing beards anyway? Does it say anywhere they don't have facial... I don't think they do, right?
Yeah, but I think the belt of Dwarvenkind goes over that. It's magical.
No,
item.
it
Well,
says
no,
it-
it's just if you're capable of growing one. So if they naturally
Oh,
don't have
okay.
them, then
Well, as you finish identifying this
maybe
key,
in autumn.
and Darioso's walking around looking rather impatient, it's an archivist's key. I have shared the handout with you.
Ooh.
What about the mask thing?
Are you going to identify it?
Yeah, sure, Elspeth
Fine,
identifies
so-
it.
Someone has identified.
Alright, so the mask itself is not magical, but it is worth 15,000 gold pieces.
Oh my god!
That's Sigrun's battle mask.
Well, that does
Um,
sound quite
Just so you know, it has so you can note it down, 12,000 gold pieces worth of diamonds encrusted around the edges.
So what you're saying, Liam, is that we both just took Magnificent Mansion as a spell, and then we get it as an item.
Yep.
You did.
No, This is a different Magnificent Mansion. It's not
I
your
know.
Magnificent Mansion.
Well, if both of you
can't
have
believe
the
that we got
spell...
Valkyries, and I didn't get a single bloody magic item. It's disgraceful.
You can... Curtis, are you doing party loot? Who's doing party loot at the moment? That used to be Arna's job.
Actually, if you want,
Yes,
I'm
please do.
easy. I'm also making notes as well, so I feel like I'm getting too many administration roles.
No, that's okay. You can do it. You don't DM, so you're fine.
If you two have
I'm
Magnificent
just
Mansion...
I'm just Mike.
Is Chester still
I'm just
taking the
George.
key, even though he has a mansion, or...
is it? Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I think it just leads to the Valkyrie's mansion.
Oh yeah, I'll take that.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I just can't wait for us to, like, 3 sessions down the line, get to this door and it be locked and me not know what's going on.
You're taking the piss there, Todd. Right, that happened once, and I did give you a hint.
No, I wasn't taking the piss out of you. I was taking the piss out of me.
What did we do with the God King's mask?
Eleniros has it, doesn't he?
Does he? Is he
Well,
just
that-
running around with the mask of the God King this whole time? I feel
No, I have robes, but not the mask.
Xerxil had one, but not the magical one.
I love how we have these wondrous items and shit no one uses. Because we keep forgetting we have them.
Don't have
It's like every video game ever.
Oh yeah, I also still have 20 bazooka missiles in my inventory. Should have used them for this boss fight.
Okay, so what are you guys doing now that you've finished up? It's been about 20 minutes.
We go with Dariosa because reinforcements.
Yeah, let's do that.
Darioso looks at the ox, the invisible box, sees the High Inquisitor, and he goes, if he gets loose, we should probably take him with us. I mean, hostage and stuff, you know?
Yeah, that's going to happen in about 40 minutes from now.
40 minutes.
Can't you cancel it early?
No?
Can't you cancel it early?
No? It's
Oh,
there
that's
for an
shit.
hour. That's it.
It looks like we are not getting a prisoner then.
Oh, alright, well.
Do we need to leave within the hour, or can we stay here for that?
Well, I just thought it'd be safer if we got inside Widow's hold.
Well, what we can do is we can leave a little bit and wait for 30 minutes, see if anyone shows up, and come back here.
Yeah, alright. Alright, so he leads you across the same gardens that you guys had traversed to get here beforehand, and you walk maybe for about 5 minutes until you reach the large pointed, kind of like a spearhead at the point of a spear, the doors that lead up. Everything's very drow here. The architecture is very drow, being an ancient drow fortress, and there is these motifs of webs that spread out from the stone, all cracked. It's all like purple stone, and as you walk through the main entrance, Dariosa leads you down a corridor, and you see a rather light-furred bugbear approach you. He's got like a very thick brown beard, and he stumbles slightly, drops some books, picks them up, and Darioso nods to him, and he nods back, and he walks past. And he leads you into a large chamber. Inside this chamber, it's lit by a chandelier with green glowing magical orbs rotating around it. There's a slab of broken purple stone in the middle that serves as what looks like a table, and Chask is currently eating from a large chunk of unidentifiable meat. Next to him is a female bugbear, rather lithe and slim for a bugbear. She's got very kind of animalistic features compared to her partner, and that's when Macro, you see this female bugbear, you recognise her, but it's very hard. Like, whereas your father lived till you were late, like maybe 8 or 9, your mother died quite early, but you remember kind of her face. This is your mother from that died in your actual home realm, and she just looks up, narrows her eyes at you, then continues whispering to her husband. There is another female bugbear, like pacing the room. Currently, she has a very large greatsword sheathed at her back, and very much looks like your sister, Makra. However, with no limp, no injury. She looks like what you remember her as before the God King's corruption.
Yeah.
And as you walk in, Chesk
God Nation attacked.
opens his arms and goes, "You were here for a total of 30 minutes. And not only do you attack Chadnir, the High Inquisitor, who is here praying at the temple, you then kill his guards, attract the attention of the Valkyr, kill them, and then let the Magister get away."
Well, let's put it a different way. We didn't attack anyone. Someone stabbed Jester after a conversation. So I agree with the rest of what you said, but that's an important difference there.
They attack you.
That they did.
He goes quiet, and then you see the female bugbear, his wife, whisper into his ear. And then he says, "I can't keep you here in Undertown.
Understood.
I mean, I planned for you to stay a little bit longer and get some rest, but you're probably going to have to leave within the next hour or so.
Well, there's nowhere we can go into hiding in the city.
Oh, there's plenty of spaces. There's not many places you can go that they won't find you.
No, fuck me. I feel like if we tried to flee the city now, though, they're just going to catch us high and dry on the road. I
Look,
feel like if we try and stay within the city at least for a little while, we can rest up.
I'll be honest with you. There's 2 routes out of the city that lead northward towards the palace. There's one safe route, a well-known trade route that most of the Drow take to get here. But, as you can guess, you're wanted now. You're known, especially by the Magister. That route is going to be well guarded. The other, it's a less safe route, let's put it that way. It's dangerous. It's the lair of a creature, let's say the Balan let loose when he began moving the earth around, began changing the world. A demon that was never meant to really be. We kind of
Balrog.
keep him there. No, the Chandelier King, we call him.
Alright, okay. Well, yeah, I guess if we go into his lair a little bit, you lot have got spells to keep us undetected in there whilst we rest up, haven't you?
No.
Well, there's nothing like...
I'm
trying to not
suspend
all
all
no-
of our magical energy for today.
Ah, shit, yeah, that might be an issue. Was there anywhere within this lair that, you know, we could... Sorry?
The key we got.
Also, that key we just got, could we not use that if we were in the lair and get her away?
Potentially.
There's got to be places within this lair that we can stay, that we can get a decent night's, well, let's say decent nights, get a night's rest at least anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And as
Yeah.
you're speaking, the door behind you opens again, and that bookish bugbear walks in, and walks up to the table, places some books, and then Chaz goes, "Oh yeah, remember I said my son had the same name as you? This is him. This is Mackerel." And this bookish, slim bugbear turns around with one scroll in his hand, blinks, and says, "Hey up, all right."
Oh yeah.
Well, fuck my mouth.
So we
Elsa
got.
laughs.
And
This is the first time ever she has laughed.
So we got the entire Ra family here. We got the Macra on that side.
Amazing.
Elsa has a
I like
complete
the
laughing
Photoshop
fit.
glasses.
That's-
In the background, Elseth and Lena is just starting to debate about nurture versus nature.
No, Elsa is cracking up. She's laughing. She's never laughed before, had this much emotion, but seeing Macra with a book just cracks her up.
Macra's sister. That's Noel's Luke. And Macra's mother.
Macro's kind of just stood there like, right, yeah. About
Oh, what?
that. Yeah, I think it's less I've got the same name rather than I think I actually am him.
So this Macra, this other realm Macra, takes a few steps towards you. You're the exact same height. You just got slight fur coloration difference, and he's slimmer. He looks you up and down. It could be one of the the Ivory Rebellion lot, like Kroll. And Chask nods. You say you're from a different world.
Yes,
You are.
we are.
See, we used to have a friend a couple of years back that visited here. Tried to get us to rise up. A Dragonborn.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, he told us all about the other world. It's how perfect it is.
Well, things are different there than they were here. Sorry, Mark.
Yeah.
I should let you do the talking.
Sorry,
It's
no,
your
that's
family
fine.
after all.
No, yeah, perfect as in we actually get to see the sun at least, but you two definitely aren't around. And he points to his parents.
Lungzal, your mother, steps out from under her over a chair walks towards you, and then goes to reach towards you with one hand. She just rests a hand on your shoulder. And as you stare into her eyes, you get a sudden memory of her with a stick in her hand, like in the deserts. The crystal the crystal underdark. All this light blazing around her as she teaches you how to fight with a sword. And that sound of the clack clack as the wood strikes wood reverberates in the back of your mind. And then she says, "He's telling the truth. This is my son, just not my son."
You see Macro getting fluffier as his hair starts standing on end. He's like a frightened cat almost. Just all of his hair's as he's getting goosebumps.
She begins to speak again. "And what have you come here for? You've come here for something. Otherwise, why would you step into this world of darkness and ruin?"
Macro takes a step to the side and he turns, he pivots on one foot and spreads an arm out to Chester.
Sorry, you broke up there. It was that guy just heard me.
I was just, she just asked why we all here, and then Macro just pointed to you.
Allow me to introduce myself. Macro's wife from another world. Mother, wife? What?
I would have been his mother.
Well, you bugbears. I don't know your marital traditions. Anyway, we're here on an adventure to discover something quite dear to me. A scroll, as it were, that has been taken by your Lord King, the elected ruler. I don't know, I've been trying to pay attention here and there, but I'm on the come down from a rather specific bout of berserker syndrome, and actually things are getting a little bit hazy.
A scroll, you say?
But yeah.
Do you know what it is?
Well, yes, it contains the information on the casting and aforementioned particulars of a rather powerful spell, as it were.
The Macro from this world perks up, his ears twitching. He's like, "Oh, a scroll? Powerful spell? Alright, what's that?"
I kind of give the group a general look as to whether we can we trust them? I'll give them a mistake. I'll look at people that actually still care about the venture, like maybe Olwyn, and maybe Elseth, because she takes her contract very seriously.
At this point, Chester, I trust them to get us into less trouble than you, so...
I have little trust in Master Makra, and I have less trust in his family, but I have even less trust in Drow.
And there's that literal list. Apologies. The spell I'm looking for is Carsus's Avatar. It's a 12th level, particularly poignant piece of magic, barely usable in the realm I'm from, sadly, but it appears that the final piece of the puzzle made its way here to this backwater shithole, so we followed it through the void.
Oh. Lungzal looks towards Makra, and Makra nods and says, I know of it. We done a lot of studying on it.
Do you happen to know where it is, good Makra? Makra? Is it Makra?
Yeah. Just call me Mac and call him Ra, maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I won't address you at all, actually.
Well, maybe I won't tell you where it is then.
Good sir, please forgive my rudeness again. I would like to reiterate the fact that I am quite shaky still. Mac, good Mac.
Right, so, yeah, I'm pretty sure Balan will keep it in his library, right? It's a scroll, so we know where his library is.
Which is where, good sir?
It's at the base of his palace. You could get in. I think it's by 2 methods, ain't it, Father? And Chask nods. Yes, at the beginning, a lot of forces tried to attack via 2 ways. Front entrance leads directly into the palace, heavily guarded. And then there's a side entrance via the barracks, but there's a third one that Kroll found, through the crypts.
A sneaky way. A little back passage. Not unlike you to suggest, good Macra, even in my reality. Anyway, let us go through the crypt. I feel that's our best option.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you're wanting to get eaten, then yeah, it is. Chas continues. I mean, at least in the barracks, you know what you're fighting, right? Warriors. It's up to you. Remember, you can take whatever route you want, but I'm warning you that you will find more resistance if you take the more trafficked route. But it probably might be safer, if I'm honest.
Well, what say you for?
Yeah. Imagine this Chestek has got quite a dead on.
We need to rest before we do anything.
Because every time he's an arsehole.
Can you put us up for the
Rest
evening?
would go down nicely.
Anywhere we can bed down for the evening with your alternate, family member? Does it
No.
extend to that at all?
I want you out of the city.
Oh, well, that's
I feel
unpleasant.
like when you go out of the city and use your pretty little key you've just got maybe to rest up for the night.
Well, yes, but we don't know if that place is particularly safe, do we?
It's got to be safe in here. Laniros, how does that work if we like... Oh, no. Yeah, use the teleportation specialist between Laniros and Elsef. Would you rather use better at this kind of thing? Oh, okay.
Well, yeah.
Questions both of it. If we use the key here to enter this at another place and rest up there tonight, if they come and try and find us here, are we actually here? Can they find this is where the entrance to the portal is? Does it matter where we use the key, basically?
It does not, but it would return us to the place where we use the key.
Right. So we're probably better getting out of the city and using the key there then, yeah.
It's the key
very well.
element. Who has the key handout? Can we even use it?
Would you like me to show it? Laniros has the key, but I was just showing him only because he's the one with it.
Oh, I thought I had the key.
I'll explain it. I'll explain how it works.
He identified it as well.
Don't need to do a tune to it. You can just use it.
Okay, so that's our best bet, unless there's actual people in there still, because it's like a permanent mansion, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, like the other Valkyries.
I mean, that'd be up to Liam to tell me, because it just says that it duplicates Magnificent Mansion exactly, so which would be servants for us and stuff. So
Yep.
By that, I assume there's not possible to have all occupants in it, because it's ours.
Okay, so that is our best bet. Master Macro, one final question. That is our Master Macro, not the stranger Master Macro. Why did you turn out stupid?
I think it's probably around about the time I went dark, to be fair. I think it's probably why I'm reverting back to this more Silver Fox approach. I think it's the God King's fucking with me, I reckon. So it make a lot of sense, to be fair, to why the bugbear population struggled so much after the war. Why we all ended up fucking fighting and killing each other on the docks.
Our counterparts in this reality are the opposite, naturally, of what we are in our reality. So Alwyn potentially could be an ugly, non-musically orientated person. You might actually be fun to be around, Elseth. And I myself would be a driveling bit.
Master Decker, would it not make sense to exchange our Macra for the younger, smarter Macra?
The problem is we don't have a receipt, so let's go.
I still greatly appreciate you, Master Macra. I just think the other one is better. I hope this does not offend you.
Yeah, I think he's better up to the point where you could have a more sophisticated conversation with him, but I feel like I have the knack over him of taking hits to the face, which you do seem to appreciate a lot of the time.
It is a magnificent ability, and thankfully does not require intelligence.
Alright.
Exactly.
So Chask stands up and asks Darioso to lead you to one of the entrance that you wish to go to, but he does approach you, Makrar, put a heavy strong hand on your shoulder and says, I'm sorry, things didn't really go your way in your realm by the sounds of it. I hope your future's a bit better. Here.
Yeah,
And
likewise, hopefully.
you could probably do with this more than I. And he reaches up to underneath his beard, and there's like a golden chain. And then he lifts it up, and there's a symbol on it, and he yanks it off and wraps it around his wrist, and then hands it to you and drops it into your palm. It's the
What's on
symbol-
the end of the golden chain, sorry?
It's on the end of the golden chain is a small kind of fashioned crystal, kind of like a violet, almost opaque, like kind of like milky violet crystal. And he says that's kind of all that remains of the crystal dark on this side of this realm. So just that was our home before this all happened, our heritage. Just don't let it go on your side, yeah? And he walks away, leaving you the piece of the crystal dark.
Evil rears its head, no matter what type of dimension we're in. It's just, we're dealing with a different type to you. Hopefully you can get back above ground though.
Good luck. He looks towards Macra, and Macra says, "Oh yeah, I will. Yeah, all right." And then walks up to you guys, and reaches into his pouch at the side, and you hear some tinkling, and he hands you all like 3 potions. You all kind of
potions each.
No, 3 potions total. He says you all kind of look a bit beaten up. Drink these. They're potions of greater. They're greater potions.
Ooh, how much is that by chance?
That's
Also still has.
Maybe save it in case.
Yeah,
Maybe save it in case we get interrupted having a night's rest. I'll take.
Yeah.
Elsa still has Death Shadows, so Elsa doesn't need healing. Worst case, she has hit points to spare.
Thing is, if we're gonna get a long rest soon, then we'd keep them put them aside for a rainy day fund.
I'd like to also remind the group that they also knew that there was a High Inquisitor trapped in a Force cage. What are they doing about that?
Yeah, so by the time that we get close to the time that he would be loose again, we would head back there.
Alright, from a distance, you do see there's about 7 Inquisitors, drow, around it.
Okay. Well, I think that rules out us dealing with it now. We're just avoiding this, yeah? Take that as a yes.
Yeah, like you posed a question and everyone just ignored you.
Everyone's just tired, I suppose.
Yeah, Dariosa says...
Master Decker appears to have a personal relationship with the Inquisitor. And he appears to hold a grudge now that we have defeated him.
No, no, not really. The deal is he was a smug little prick before the fight, wasn't he? And, he did everything good to kill us, like everyone does. And look, he's fucked up, just like the rest of them.
You did seem quite mad.
I think he's probably more trouble than he's worth at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Agree.
Can you squish it?
No.
Oh.
And seeing as the other Inquisitors already got in the way, then they know what's going on down here, so another one going isn't going to make much difference, I wouldn't have thought.
Can you drop it?
No.
Oh. Did you set it on fire?
It's in a cage for an hour, and that's it.
Oh no, no one's got any spells. They say we could summon a whale on top of it, so when it goes...
I've got an idea as well. We could open the little hatch at the top, have a fart in it, and then run away.
Yes, if there were to be such a thing, that could potentially happen.
Alright, so Dariosa says, which way are you going then?
Well, I think we're just going, if that's alright. The less you know, the better.
Well, there's 2 routes out of here, really, unless you're going south. I mean, yeah, I was told you're heading to the palace, right?
Yeah, no, we're doing the lair one to the north. We're doing the less heavily guarded one.
Right, so you're going to the... Oh, alright. Good luck. Alright, so you head to the Bright, and he points towards that big magma-covered dwarven district. He says, and in the northern part of the Bright, you should see a portcullis. Big one. Made out of, like, dark banded iron. If you convince the dwarves to let you out, then, good luck.
I hate dwarves.
What for?
Oh, no particular reason.
They
It
are
was a
horrible
new one, so he was
creatures.
a grumpy little shit.
They are horrible creatures, I agree with Master Decker.
Alright.
Blackrock punches Elsef as well. I feel like Chesterdeck has got a very dead arm, as he just occasionally just like thumping him in the back of the shoulder.
Okay, so you guys take...
as well.
So you guys take the widow's spider across towards the Bright. So you climb in the carriage that hangs from the fat abdomen of the ceiling spiders, the huge ceiling spiders that live here, and follow the webs along. Darioso goes with you, and when it drops 3 or 4 minutes later, when it drops you off, it has to go down like a web that's kind of like almost kind of diagonal. And you guys kind of like hold on as it like flows down, and your stomach drops out from you like you're on a roller coaster. And then when you finally reach the landing platform on the other side, you just see this drool slop down from the spider above you onto the platform. You move around, and some of the citizens around you, dwarves and gnomes and deep gnomes, carry on moving in. And immediately, what you feel is a wash of heat as you step off onto the platform. Darioso says, "There, yeah, good luck out there." And then disappears, leaving you in this large city made by dwarves. Everything's a squat stone or metal structure. There are a few towers poking out here and there, and to your right and left, large magma flows kind of drip slowly and lazily down these underdark walls, melting away whatever drow architecture was once there, carving new tunnels and dripping down into the underworld below with a hissing sound that echoes up. The ground around you is steamy, almost like mist, but it is where the lava is flowing into the water below and creating this water vapor. It's hard to breathe, it's humid, but every now and then you get and you see different like bugbears, dwarves, gnomes, all the kind of races that are used to kind of this heat, this humidity, and being underground. And you make your way through. There's a main thoroughfare that leads into the city itself, and on the distance, Laniros, you can see through the darkness, just through the darkness with your passive perception, there is a large alcove, like an opening further into the walls that lead on, and you see great chains heading from that portcullis, leading up to great engines, then lead away into 2 great towers. And you can see those 2 great towers have about 12 or so Duergar/dwarves walking up and down them. There's like metallic stairs that lead round all the way to the top, like gantries as well, all built up. And you do pass through one of the main thoroughfares, and you do see a tavern, the first tavern you've seen in the place, except for the first one that you came across. And this one is it's like 2 large shoeboxes have been stacked on top of one another. The top one's smaller than the bottom one, and there are balconies and an open porch, and there are people going about their merriment outside that one, and it does look inviting and warm, and inside you can see people drinking and eating and having a good old time. And there is a sign that says beds available hanging from the entrance.
Oh, there we go.
What do you reckon? Shall we stay here for at least an hour, get a bit of a breath on, and then continue?
If I may, why not remain here the evening? Seems like a fairly amicable place.
If I may, why not just use the mansion?
Yeah, I feel like staying here for an hour is just bad news. I feel like the second we walk in there, we're the fucking talk of everywhere from the 6 mile radius.
Exactly.
And then we need to stay in Coventry for at least, until we're at least a little bit further away.
I'm inclined to think the mansion's probably the best idea.
Mm-hmm. We're going the mansion in here though. That could work. We're just outside now. At least we're a little bit further away from the thick of it.
Oh, very well.
Alright, so what's the plan here?
On that Chester, get it out.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
God, I was giving you a softball.
That still wasn't.
I was hoping you'd twat that way.
That still wasn't what are you like? What you're doing?
Yeah. So.
Chester's getting his key out.
And the Neros has the key, I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah, I genuinely thought from earlier that I had it, but I will delete it because it makes way more sense that he has it. Although, if you have access to this spell anyway, it's a bit of a shame that I took it as one of my thingies.
Yeah, you see the key's different. It is slightly different.
Okay.
It's cursed. We all die.
So it was Chad. Sorry, Chester did say that he picked up the key, but then like Laniros was like, "I'll identify it." So
yeah, it's all good. Lydia can have it. I've got the spell as well. I'll just remove it now.
I wonder if it's like a genie lamp, like these were the servants of Balan, so like as soon as we go in there, then we become trapped until Balan summons us.
Yeah, it'll be something like that bullshit.
I feel like I'm being accused of a lot of skullduggery tonight.
Yeah, it'll be skullduggery if we don't get our level up at the end of the session. I'll tell you that for free.
That's very, very true.
Right. So I think we will send. I don't know. I feel Alwyn perhaps in to the tavern to see if there's like lots of visitors inside.
Yes. Oh, yes, send him in. Excellent.
He's the least known, I feel. So if he goes and has a look inside, tells if it's safe, because we could rent a room there, and then use the portal from inside the room.
A room within a room. Excellent. Excellent.
If I may make a suggestion.
But I'll stick my head in and see what's going on.
If I may make a suggestion, would Master Macra already be known by them and draw the least attention?
No, look, the clear and obvious difference is he'd alarm them.
They think it's the bookish version, though.
Everyone's talking at the same time every time. I can't understand anything anyone's saying.
they would think it is the bookish.
You're doing it again!
It's difficult in a webcam thing because there's a delay. Please, Rocket.
Right, fucking, I'm going in.
Alright, anything from anyone else?
No, just waiting outside, but not like directly in front of the gates, of course, but somewhere a little bit away.
Of course.
This fucking ridiculously, like, attempting to be inconspicuous group where everyone's kind of milling around. I was like...
Well, no, obviously not. Like, it's split up and just, go around the corner here and there.
Alright, okay, so...
Fucking brilliant.
When you walk up the stairs, the stone stairs that lead to this metal kind of platform, there is a door, but the door is kind of just these two metal plates that you push open, and you can see a guy pushes out, a dwarf pushes out, kind of drunk, stumbles past you, and the doors squeak and screech. And as you push in, the air smells of tobacco smoke and like spilled ale. And you see that there's a wooden plaque above the bar. It's called the Tumbling Timbers. And behind the bar is a grey-skinned dark gnome who's chiseling away at something on the desk. It looks like a bracelet or something. And then he looks up, sees you, and goes, "All right there, sit down, and I'll get to you in a minute." And he says, "Hey," and flicks towards a female grey-skinned gnome who doesn't much look like female. You see, there's quite a lot of female grey, dark, deep gnomes in here, and they're all bald. And they're kind of hard to tell, apart from the slight body shape. And he says, "What can I do you for?"
Give me something strong, please.
A wine? Or are you a whiskey or a gin man?
A whiskey sounds grand.
You look a bit underage. You got ID?
I don't know. Do I have?
He laughs. No need for ID here. And he brings you a bottle of something that looks black, and he just puts it forward and goes, "That'll cost you probably about 5 silver." And he looks back and he goes, "Hey, wifey." She says, 7 silver. 7.
5 will do fine, I think.
You can make a persuasion check then.
All right.
He looks back and goes to his wife, "This is an esteemed customer. A new one. We're dragging him in. 5 silver." And then hands you the bottle for 5.
You could have got him to pay you for that.
I probably could have. I I will sit down and drink a fair amount of whiskey.
Okay, and as you're sitting there drinking, a gnome joins you and goes, "Hello."
No way.
How you doing there?
How did you not realise this was what was happening the second you put us in a fucking tavern full of
Yeah, to be
fucking...
fair, I know who the gnome proprietor is. I just didn't know this guy was going to turn up.
Well, you look like a kind of stranger around here.
Fuck him.
Is there anything I can help you with? You look lost, boy. And you look rather young to be sitting here drinking in the Tumble Timbers. The name's Erky Timbers.
Yeah, not really lost, just fucking tired, you know? I've had a long day.
You are a little bit bloody and a little bit beaten up, I can see.
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it.
Yes.
The glass.
What about your friends that are trying to look inconspicuous outside?
Oh, come on, give us a little bit of credit.
Completely forgot about them. Oh, it's been a long day, as I say. I better go get them. And I'll leave with the bottle.
Alright.
So,
Yeah, fair.
I got recognized for an outsider, but there's no magisters in there. Takes another swig.
Right. And with that, we'll make our way in. Just have another look to see if there's no one around. During this time where he's been inside for much longer than he should have been to have a look. A little bit worried, but at the same time not wanting to attract more attention. I'll just keep a lookout from afar to see if anyone else is eyeing the building up.
Alright, make a perception check. Alright, so you look around. Not many people are eyeing the building up. You don't see a very high drow presence in this part of the city, the Undertown. The Bright seems to be mainly dwarves, gnomes, and stranger folk. And as you walk in again, Erky's like, "Oh, you're back! Welcome! Oh, you brought your friends!"
But yeah, as I said, you reminded me I completely left them out there forgotten. So, yeah, now they're here.
And you guys, now that you have Lineros in there, Lineros, with your passive perception, you can see there are two deep gnomes, but, well, kind of. The wife of the proprietor is kind of occasionally jerking and swearing under her breath, but you can't. It's very light, very whispery, and not everyone's noticing it. You hear.
I am Chester Decker, good sir. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Ah, yes. I have heard of you, Chester.
I thank you for prevailing us in your humble home. Even if you do look like a little side character, I'll grow to love and then eventually you'll be shot full of arrows and die.
Oh, poor Erky, murdered in his sleep. He says, I don't
think that's really appropriate.
Sorry, I actually really don't know where that came from. Sorry, mate. Excuse me.
Yeah,
That's
it's
okay.
Otherworldly.
Yeah. Ugh.
He leans in and goes, "You folks, where you headed?"
Well, to bed, preferably.
Fine joke.
Not
Okay.
really, though.
Ah, you're looking for a room.
No, really. Yes.
Well, rooms would be... How much are they, wifey? And she turns back, twitches slightly. 2 silver pieces.
We'll take it, good sir. And Chester will pay.
Okay.
Because he's a motherfucking PIMP.
Alright, so you hand over a gold piece so you can all get some rooms.
Well, we'll just take the one room, won't we?
No, if you want. And that's
no,
when...
I think we should take 5. I think we would have discussed it beforehand to take 5 to... Or at least 3 or something to ensure that it doesn't
Looks
become
suspicious.
too conspicuous. Yeah.
Alright.
5 of your finest rooms, please, good proprietor. And you can help, perhaps you've got a little assistant. Perhaps Tantor over there. I mean, whoever that is, who can help us up to his room.
Yeah, I don't help people. What's with the name Tantor?
Sorry, something's really
Wait.
going on.
His eyes go wide, and he goes, You know him? And Erky leans in and goes, you know Ollie Aiden?
Who?
Never mind. It's just, there's only one person who have ever used that name.
Apologies. I just seem to have a foggy head.
Yeah,
Big battle earlier.
I think Todd forgot that they actually would have
who was
met
this?
Ollie.
Who is this you were talking about? I ask of Erky.
Oh, well, there's this fella. Leans in and goes, between me and you, part of the rebellion, but, you know, he's a good lad. A bit special in his ways. Used to, before the world went to ruin, was a bit crazy.
Right, I just want to insight check Erky to see if because I obviously, I know, but Daenerys doesn't.
You have met an Ollie Aiden.
Yeah,
Daenerys.
No, I know that, but I don't know if I can trust Erky. I guess
You're not getting a good read on him. Somehow, you're starting to think that speech impediment isn't really real.
No.
Yeah, it rings the bell. Don't know quite where I heard it.
Well, talking of ringing bells, and that's when Tumble strikes the bell and says, "Last hour!" Oh, when Erky then, "Last hour! Last drinks!"
Why do they say last orders weird in this universe?
I don't know. Shall we adieu?
I think that would be a grand idea. I'm ready for the bed.
Adieu.
Alright, so you guys head to the rooms that were assigned to you. They're low, because they're made for dwarven and gnome folk, but you guys can walk in. It's just that you can touch the ceiling just by going just slightly above your head.
Mm-hmm.
And as you walk in, there are metal frames with mattresses on top. That's it. By this time, I'm assuming Alwyn would be getting quite tipsy.
Probably.
Right, so what I suggest we do is that just in case anyone does come to find us here, leave some of our basic pack and belongings here in the room so it looks like we're actually staying here. Because if the rooms are just empty, that's going to be suspicious. Then, once we do that, we'll gather in one room and then we go into the mansion, actually rest there.
Alright, yeah,
Alright.
cool.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from, but what I've got is what I've got on me, so there's not really a lot to it.
Just ruffle up the covers a little bit. Like you've had a little bit of a, roll around. Yeah.
Yeah, let's make it at least look like we've been here.
Alright, so yeah, you do you ruffle up some of the quilt,
Yeah,
open
burn
some
the
of
candle
doors.
down a little
Yeah.
bit, stuff like that.
Alright, cool. And then you're going to open up the Archivist Key?
Yeah, cross my fingers and do it.
Alright, so you turn the key, turn the door at the end of the key, and immediately begin pointing the key towards where? Because the door will be visible.
Why? When
Magnificent
mansion. You can open or close the portal if you're within 30 feet of it. While closed, the portal is invisible.
Alright. I mean, it'll be visible now.
Ah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, just near one of the walls that we're going to walk into.
Okay.
Any kind of consideration we should make for the fact that the door is probably going to be quite large, bigger than this room.
You can do it on the floor.
It's 5 foot wide, 10 foot tall.
Yeah, the walls here are only about 8 foot.
Can you angle it slightly?
Yeah, you could do it. You could do it on the floor.
I'm just wondering if it might be bigger than normal because, it's for the Valkyries.
Well, that's the point, but it didn't seem like it when I checked it. It just seemed like incantations are exactly as the spell would create it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Alright, so you do it. You turn the door, and after a minute, a shimmering portal opens, shaped like a 5 foot long, wide, 10 foot long door. Inside, there's just white light at the moment.
Well, in you go. I'll wait for everyone else to enter.
I'll go
And
in.
enter fast.
Right, so
I'll walk in.
yeah, so the first thing that happens is, you know, like that scene in The Matrix when immediately they like hacking all those guns and all those drawers and shelves come flying towards them. That happens, but with a library of books, like a 50-foot, it's 500 foot by 500 foot of just bookshelves coming flying at you guys, and then immediately whoosh underneath you, and then the walls fill in with 5 foot by 5 foot squares at a time, filling in the ceiling with massive, brightly lit chandeliers and floating daylight spells, and you realise there must be over like 1 million tomes and books here. And then immediately you hear, "Hello there, I am Jeeves. How may I help you?"
Oh, get in.
Hi,
I'm in love
Jeeves.
already.
You see like a kind of a tuxedo floating there with the faint image of an actual spectral being. He's not wearing pants.
We'd just like a rest
A rest. Follow me.
and some food, perhaps.
Yep, and he leads you out of the library into a main chamber that's connected to the library. And inside there is a large, kind of a long oval, slightly oval-shaped oak desk. There are paintings that you would typically see in maybe a Bretonian manner of like landscapes and stern-looking monarchs staring down at you all. And there is a large royal-backed chair at both ends and smaller chairs either side that could fit a total of about 16 people. And immediately, plates begin floating along around you guys in whirlwinds, swirls, and cutlery. But it's like a Disney movie. Like cutlery is just landing down perfectly fine, plates landing, and you all hear the hear the sound of sizzling and cooking in the side room. As one door opens, you see these spectral tuxedo-adorned beings bringing out plates of roasted chickens, bowls of fresh vegetables, glasses of wines, decanters of whiskies and sherries, and they're all just placed along the middle. And then this Jeeves looks at you all with a kind of like blank spectral face and says, "Bon appetit."
Wonderful.
Well, thank you.
And throughout the evening, as you guys feast, drink, Jeeves is there to attend to your every whim. At one point, he even says, "The jacuzzi has been prepped for you all."
Jeez, you are my kind of bloke. Gentlemen, I'd like to raise a glass to a fallen comrade of today. He may have been stunted by nature, but he will be sorely missed. And I must confess, I was pretty fucked up when I made him in those 12 hours, because it's a long time. And I don't think I'm going to be able to recreate something of that majesty again. So if you would join me in raising the glass for Igor, the stunted snow fiend, that would be great.
He was the best of us, and
He was.
most definitely better than Rebecca.
I guess I deserve that.
Not just silently
Yeah, all
nod.
that macro's eye.
He existed.
That's so well said. Alright. Is there anything else anyone wanted to do in the Magnificent Mansion? It does have a side effect of being in here.
Oh.
I'll show it to you all.
Ooh.
Oh.
Do we
Yes.
become prettier?
Its contents are strangely organised and seemingly change each time as the key is used. A creature can visit the library and attempt to uncover a piece of knowledge, such as ancient poetry, history of a forgotten kingdom, or the family lineage of a tyrannical king. The GM determines the checks and DCs needed to locate a given piece of information.
Cool.
It's all
It
good.
doesn't seem like a side effect. It seems like. Oh, you didn't mean a
So it's just a mansion that spills lore.
Yeah, it's a magnificent mansion, but with a massive library in its centre. Yeah, and it's stuck in its ways, as in you can't shape this like you could do with a like for example Chester, when he casts his first magnificent magic spell, can shape and tell me whatever he wants it to be in there. Where with this one you can't. It's always going to kind of look like this.
Okay.
So Chester can go, "I want mine to be," you know the way the spell works, right, Todd?
Yeah.
Yeah, rest in peace, Igor. I know.
It's called Chestor's MTV Crib.
No. Jesus.
Filled with, like,
Exists.
it's gonna be filled with UV fucking neon lights and a lot of fucking black lights and shit.
Thank God we have this mansion, so we never have to stay in Chester's.
Leopard print revolving beds.
Revolving? How would you ever sleep in a revolving bed? That would wind me up.
Just that happens.
Slow enough, it's fine.
Imagine you're drunk and you try to sleep in a revolving bed, you'd throw up.
Is it? Do we get along nicely?
Yeah.
No.
So the mansion lasts for 24 hours, and you can tell me how long you spend in here.
Enough to have a good
But I
sleep.
imagine eating a bit out so we can get some breakfast.
Alright, so you guys have like a wash, a bath, a full long rest. You wake up in the morning, there is breakfast prepared. It seems
Macro, for the record, Macro just had a bath, so you can't say he smiles for at least 2 days.
Yeah. For breakfast is quail's eggs stuffed in quails.
That's that's a thing.
It is now.
No, I meant
Well-
that's something. Not like thing. No, that's a thing.
You guys are fully rested. You have been given enough like food to last for the rest of the day here. Like you had a massive breakfast. And Jeeves pampers you all before leaving, including any little touch-ups, spritz of some sort of. He like freshen up as you go to leave, and he's spraying you with each different sense as you go to leave. And then he says, "Do come back again, sirs and lady."
I suspect we probably will.
He nods, as much as a spectral being can. "And good luck on your next journey. I'll see you soon. And we'll end the session there. You've got a level up, you've got some items, you defeat the
Hey,
Valkyr, you're on your way."
We got a level up. I'm
We're
gonna.
level 15.
Wait,
let's
no,
go.
you've got a level up halfway through.
We got a level up.
God, you see what I have to deal with that.